Oh, yeah, no kidding. All right, I'll be right there. Isn't it frustrating when right in the middle of your presentation, the senior decision maker gets up and walks out? You bet it is. In this segment, you'll learn how to read the room, ask for a decision from the departing executive, and check with the group about what to do next.
My name is Sharon Black, and I work for Robert Half International. I've been with the company for 15 years, and in this current position, about 4 years. So my objective is to talk with the executives and describe to them a method of hiring a team of people that would help us work with our new subsidiary and grow the revenue exponentially. This morning in the presentation will be the CEO, who's absolutely pivotal to being the decision maker. I also have my mentor and my boss, who will be a part of the C-level suite. Statistically, we know we will increase the revenue with those particular clients. So that revenue increase will be about $25 million. The third is we have had great success with our subsidiary and our partnership, and that's about $10 million.
Sharon, you might want to stop a bit since our audience just left, and maybe just kind of hold on for a couple minutes.
What would you like me to do?
Back?
You know, while our boss is gone, maybe we could chat about what the rest of you think about this proposal. I've been in support of this for the last couple months, and I'm glad we could all meet today.
If we could continue on, and if we all are in agreement, then hopefully Brenda would be more supportive, and she can get the full debriefing later.
Have you seen the material already?
It'd just be interesting to.
It went awful. You know, I don't think I was thinking. I was disappointed. I was so focused on my content that I was not being aware of what was happening around the room. I was not focused on watching what the audience was engaged in, and I did not pay attention to the CEO leaving the room. And that's the decision maker. In this particular instance, bottom line, that was the decision maker, and I wasn't paying attention to it. So honestly, I'm very disappointed in myself.
Sharon needed to read the room, then ask Brenda what she wanted her to do. Here's some advice for handling the situation when the executive leaves.
I was faceless for you. I wasn't acknowledged. I'm used to when I sit in the chair, someone says, Brenda, CEO, thank you for joining us. Here we are, blah, blah, blah. That makes it a little harder for me to slip out. You had no acknowledgement. I could ditch easy.
What happens when the CEO leaves or the decision maker leaves? You need to be cognizant of people's attention and eyeballs, all of them. And that's almost an automatic scan around the room. And sometimes if this is your first time presenting to an exec staff, you might be so nervous you're focused on your slides, but you really need to start checking, are they playing with their, their Blackberries, are they engaged, and whatever.
I prefer it if they do stop and they address and ask, would you like us to continue? What do we need to do here? Do we need to take a break? I like that acknowledgement.
Don't assume you can't get a decision. That's my advice. The key decision maker, let's just say for shorthand, it's the highest ranking person in the room. Most times, it's been my experience, they are unwilling to hold up a consensus of the well-informed just because they had to duck out for something. And usually they appreciate that the part that they're missing is the part where they're going to have to rely on the judgment of others.
The one thing that I've seen that works for me is just a real quick check-in. So as they're gathering, as they're stepping up, especially if they are the decision maker, a real quick before you leave, I want to make sure that we have an opportunity to close on this one item, or I want to see if we can follow up with a follow-up meeting. It looks like you won't be able to stay for the rest of this presentation, and I need your input.
If I didn't give you direction and I left or I got up to leave, I think I would stop if I was the presenter, and I would say, excuse me, Brenda, it looks like you've got to leave. What would you like me to do? I'd be glad to come back, or would you like me to present information? Yeah, I would ask the senior executive what they would like to see happen when they leave.
Now let's watch as Sharon takes this advice and deals with the CEO leaving.
Looking at this particular person, 10 years of experience, knows our product lines, very secure with our subsidiary. Looking at the next cost, Brenda, I see that you have to leave. Would you like me to continue on?
Thank you for asking. We actually think John from the Asia Sales Division should be in this room. I'm going to go check and see if he's here. So if you want to hold this slide, I'm going to be right back.
Absolutely.
Okay, let me see if he's here.
Thank you very much. It was very different the second time around. First of all, I stood. So I was in a more formal and more confident standing position. It also allowed me to really read the room. I was watching their facial expressions. I was making sure they were engaged with me, not looking at their BlackBerries. I was very engaged watching how they were paying attention to the information. I think the other thing that was critical in this particular presentation was the CEO got up to leave, and I stopped and asked the CEO a very respectful question. Did she want us to have the presentation to continue? Did she want me to stop? And because I did that, I became very comfortable as the presenter because I understood just via that communication why she was leaving the room.
My belief is that most people are fearful of asking me why I'm leaving the room because they think I'm going to say, this is a total waste of my time. What the heck were you thinking? I have another thing I can be doing. And often, when I have to leave a room, I am misjudged as to why. And so I leaned over and told the one guy that I needed to get the other guy, this is great. Everything you believe about why I'm leaving doesn't matter. The truth is, if you don't know why I'm leaving and you had a beautiful open-ended question, you said, Brenda, I see that you need to leave. Would you like us to continue?
It's a great question.
That was so respectful of me. And I could have said, I just have to go to the bathroom, no problem.
Yeah.
Or I can say, I have an urgent thing. I could have said anything, and it was respectful, it was open, it acknowledged my position in the room. It was beautiful.
The next time the key decision maker gets up to leave, do what Sharon did. Read the room, ask for a decision, and then check with the group.